Welcome to Coffee and Bottles with Mathusha and Adriana.
Hi, I'm Mathusha.
And I'm Adriana.
Hello.
Hi, sorry you were
Hi.
saying?
I was going to say it's my first week at work, so I'm a little bit scatterbrained this week. So
Oh, this is your first? I thought you said end of January.
no, I was gonna do February 1st, but it's the start of a new semester this week,
Oh,
like like the start of new
hmm,
classes for
yeah.
January, because everything's pushed forward because of COVID. Um, so yeah, my brain's a little fried this week.
No, no, it's all good. How is it? We can talk about that.
Oh yeah, we can talk about that. Um, it's been hard.
Hmm.
I I'm gonna be honest, I don't like it.
Hmm.
I don't like the fact that he goes to my parents and then in the morning, as soon as we wake up, he eats breakfast, he gets dressed, we hop in the car, or like Shan hops in the car and then he heads over to my parents and then we don't see him for 8 hours and then at in the evenings, I get in my car, I sit in traffic, I go get him, come back, and then he has dinner and he has his bedtime routine and he goes to bed.
Hmm.
So we have
Yeah,
about an hour and a half together. I hate it so much.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
So
It's so different, especially like when you saw each other like all the time before,
mhm,
right? And then now it's like, oh,
yeah. So we're just, hanging in there. Like I'm sure I'll get used to it and this is life or right. So
hmm,
we'll figure it out. But yeah, that's how I feel about leaving Mowgli behind
hmm,
or not being there, um,
yeah,
being there all day with him.
hmm,
As for work, though, it's great having the opportunity to learn things again and do, you know, big girl projects.
hmm,
And yeah, it's fun. It's a bit of a learning curve. I feel like my brain is not as absorbent as I thought it was. It's
hmm,
not sponge like
hmm.
how it used to be. So it's a little bit of a hump to get over, right? Like it's a little bit of a challenge trying to learn everything again. And
Oh,
some
for
things I
sure.
faintly remember, and
Hmm.
some things I don't.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And it's like what we were kind of talking about before with the whole mommy brain episode,
Hmm.
where like the real science behind it is that we're actually losing part of our like brain.
Hmm.
um the what is it, the gray area in our
The
brain?
gray matter, yeah.
Yes, yeah. See,
And
it's that area.
it's also changing so much so it can handle other complex issues with
Hmm.
raising a child. So,
Exactly.
we're bound to forget things. We're bound to not be able to think the way we used to, right? Our brain is now more complex that it deals
Yeah,
with how to keep another human being alive. So,
exactly. And again, the whole like, you feeling like really bad. Oh yeah. Like I'm not gonna
mhm.
sugarcoat it. You don't,
Yeah.
it's not enjoyable at
Hmm.
first, but then eventually it gets better and better and better. And like you said, you find like sort of a groove for it. And then
Yeah.
the the most amazing part is like you really look forward to weekends. Like I mean, we
Yes.
already look forward to weekends, but you
Hmm.
really look forward to weekends. It's like, yes, they're here, they're home,
Yeah.
they're all the time. Like I'm here, I'm here. So
Yeah,
yeah.
and the great thing is my work has been amazing. Like there's quite a few mothers who have their children at home,
Hmm.
and they're working hours that they're not busy with their little ones. So like
Mm-hmm.
I know my manager has been working earlier in the mornings before her son wakes up and then teaches him from 8 to 2 or is with him while he's in school, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then once he's done school, she's back on the computer again and working um, until nighttime, pretty
Mm-hmm.
much. So,
Mm-hmm.
and it works for her, and that's great. For me, I'm right now. What I'm trying is for Mowgli to stay with his grandparents at least like 3 times a week,
Mm-hmm.
and so I can like just focus on work for a little bit, and then have my times with him in the evenings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For
I
sure.
think right now everything's so up in the air. No one knows what they're doing. It's just trying to find your own, like you said, groove.
Mm-hmm. And
Own
even
groove.
for him, it's an adjustment for him too, right?
Yeah.
'Cause it's like, what happened? I thought it
Mm-hmm.
was mommy all the time. Like, yeah, I definitely went through that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it was it. Thankfully, it's not as tough when it's like family members, people who your child already knows. But
Yes.
when
Yeah.
we had to switch to a babysitter a few times, oh, that was like tough on all sides because
Oh no.
yeah, like the child didn't know the babysitter, we didn't know the babysitter as well.
Mm-hmm.
It was all new to everyone. Everyone's anxious, everyone's feeding off of each other's emotions. So
Oh yes. Yeah.
at least this way that they're with your parents and it's like it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. And I feel as though they will have their attention on him 100%.
Hmm.
I won't be, right? Like my
Yeah.
mind will be elsewhere. So in this,
Absolutely. Well, yeah,
yeah.
because already, like, it's already tough for a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people right now to be working from home with their kids
Yeah.
around because of like all the closures. So like they've already had a little bit of practice, a little bit of time adjusting to that. But for
Yes.
you to, first of all, go back to going back to work,
Mm-hmm.
trying to adjust to having him, yeah, that's a lot. That's too much. That's too much.
It really is. I'm I'm trying to stay as positive as possible, and for the most part I am. And like I said, my work is very supportive, so it's
Hmm.
it's been it's been working.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, there are times where you feel incredibly anxious.
Hmm.
But
Yeah. Absolutely. But, and then again, like one thing that really helped me was I'd ask my mom if she could like take pictures or videos, and then like even whenever she had time or whatever, she would send it. So then during my breaks or during lunchtime, I'd look at it and I'd be like, oh, that's like
yeah.
they're doing today. Okay. And then, it's kind of like a kind of nice little way of getting your second wind. Whereas before you'll just be like, okay, like they're gone the entire day and I have no idea what's happening. Like I know even for me, a lot of like my coworkers,
Yeah.
they had their kids going to daycares. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so what they actually found really helpful was there were little like monitors that they were
Oh
allowed to
yeah.
see. So they would just check in, and even if it's like, oh, they're coloring, it's like it's it warms your heart and it gives you that
Mhm.
motivation to just keep on.
Going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I don't know I don't know how to explain it, but it's something about their little cuteness.
Their little face.
Yes, yeah, yeah, definitely.
No, that's a good idea. It was something that came across my mind, but I didn't ask my parents, and
Hmm.
maybe it's something that I would need in order to kind of boost the way I'm feeling, and
Yes, and it's like
like
it's
making the
oh,
transition easier. Yeah.
absolutely. And you know how some companies they'll do things to boost morale? It's kind of
Hmm.
like that, but for
Yes.
yourself to just
Yes.
be like, okay, like this is gonna make me feel happy, and now I'm motivated, and I'm gonna work and whatever. So Yeah.
Yeah, I have him for tomorrow, so we're going to be working and taking care of each other
Oh,
at the
okay.
same time. So
Yeah.
I'll let you know how that goes.
Yeah,
It's
that
going
would
to
be
be
interesting.
interesting. Yeah.
I have yet, thankfully, I have yet to experience that world, so that's all you.
I'll keep you guys informed.
Yes,
You'll
please.
hear all about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you'd be surprised. Like, at least you guys are kind of easing into it, where, like, it's not all at once,
Yeah,
right? Like, it's like
it's
three
true.
days a week or
Hmm.
whatever. So that does make it a little bit easier.
Yeah, and I guess having the virtual working from home component of it,
Hmm.
that's kind of easing into going back to work as well, right? Like I'm not
Oh, for
somewhere
sure.
else completely.
Hmm. I
I
remember,
also work out of his nursery, so it's kind of like
yeah, yeah. I remember when I, like, my first week back, I had to
hmm.
wake up early and I was not used to waking up that early anymore.
Yeah.
And I dragged myself out that door. And then I was sitting in traffic and I was like, oh, like I'm still late. Like it was the worst like
Oh
feeling
no.
ever because I was just like, I'm back to this, but I completely forgot all the like usual times that I'm supposed to leave so that I miss traffic and whatever. And then
Hmm.
plus like you still have to do the baby's routine, right? Like you're still
Yeah.
getting them ready, you're still doing all that stuff. So it's like,
Hmm.
now I have to fit this in. And yeah, waking up early was the worst for me.
And I am that person as well. Like I remember just, I would shower at night because I hated
Mhm.
showering in the morning because that would, dig into sleep time. Like it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
just
I know, me
yeah.
too.
And I would roll out and just put
Mhm.
put my clothes on and like
Mhm.
wash my face, brush my teeth, not eat breakfast. Like I
Mhm.
never ate
Yeah,
breakfast, right? Only when I
same.
was
Yeah.
pregnant I ate breakfast, but
Mhm.
wouldn't eat
Mhm.
breakfast and run out the door and try to make it on time.
I was
But
so I was so bad. I would like pre-make breakfast and then
nice.
because I had to beat traffic. Again, keep in mind I was like 15 minutes away from the school. So like not a far drive, but because of traffic, it takes much longer and
Yeah.
whatever. So I would pre-make my breakfast and then bring it in the car and then I'd get to school and I'm like, "Oh, I'm early." And then I'd eat my breakfast. Because I was like, I'm gonna need this energy. Like I'm
Yes,
gonna need this.
it's true. That's
Mm.
smart. Or I would be like, okay, I guess I'm getting breakfast at school. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So far it's been okay. I would get up at he gets up late, so I would get up the
Mhm.
same time he would, and we
Yeah.
both brush our teeth together and wash our face and
Yeah.
get him dressed, get
Yeah.
him into his high chair, and then and yeah.
Total
And
side note.
yeah,
Sorry.
go on.
No, did you know that for the little ones, they have these like little brushing your teeth thing? It looks like, those shoot, what are they called? Oh, what are they called? They like you use it in sewing so you don't prick your finger.
A thimble.
Thank you. Yes. So
Yes.
it's a little thimble and it has like this little toothbrush, like
Mm-hmm.
plasticky or silicone toothbrush at the end, and
Yes.
then you
Yeah.
just like rub it on their gums. I
Mm-hmm.
love it.
We,
One of my friends introduced me to that because I was like, that's a thing. I've just been using a cloth, right, the whole time.
yeah.
But then once the teeth start coming in, you can't use a cloth anymore because it gets caught in it.
Yeah, well, that's definitely right. Like after a year, like 12 months old,
Mhm.
you can start using a regular toothbrush, but before then you would use that. Well, I use the little silicone thing. And some days
Mhm.
we use it and some days he would be like, nope.
Yeah, exactly. I know exactly. It's
Yeah.
like, eh.
Yeah, okay.
You're
Guess
not
we're not
eating
brushing
that
our teeth today.
much. Yeah. Just drink lots of water.
Yeah. Wash it all down.
Oh
Um,
boy.
but now he actually holds a toothbrush and actually brushes his teeth, which is great.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Well, brushing, chewing on the brush.
Yes. Yeah.
Same
Your
thing.
youngest likes to just like suck on the toothpaste. Like she loves to just eat all of the toothpaste. We're like,
That's awesome.
it's getting to be at the point where it's like, you know what? We're not gonna buy the edible ones anymore.
No more.
Like, but she's still probably gonna try to eat that. So I don't know what to do.
I'm trying to teach him how to spit. Like he doesn't
Yes.
like it's the edible toothpaste and it doesn't
Mhm.
really foam up or anything, but
Yeah.
when we
Yeah.
like I make it a point to show him like to do that. He hasn't caught on yet,
Yeah.
but yeah,
I know.
we're trying.
Yeah. We taught Anna mostly through Elsa because it was like we were teaching Elsa at the time to spit
Yeah.
because we're like, you can't swallow this, you gotta
Uh,
spit. And it's just like, there's too much saliva in my
just like,
mouth.
why is it doing this?
Yeah, exactly. So we're like, okay, it's time for you to spit. So then the youngest wanted to copy as well, right? So she was just like, oh,
Hmm.
spitting. Yeah, let's all spit. But then she was like spitting everywhere. We're like, stop spitting. Anyway, sorry, I digress. I really digress. Go ahead. You're gonna say something.
That sounds very messy and yes, very messy and quite gross.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Oh no, it is very gross. Then eventually she learned, like, okay, spit in the sink.
Oh man.
But now she just swallows it, so I don't know. She regressed.
They'll get it one day.
Yeah.
They'll get it one day.
Hmm.
That's what we have to keep reminding ourselves, right? Like eventually they'll learn and they'll,
Exactly.
yeah, we
Yeah.
don't have to worry. They're not going to be 18 and swallowing toothpaste.
I know. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Well, we
We
hope
hope.
not.
We hope.
Oh man, that'd be the worst.
It's funny.
What you been up to? How's your week going?
Um, it's good. It's good. Uh, Again, not sure if I'm gonna keep it on or off the record. I
Hmm.
had an OB appointment. Yeah,
Yes.
yesterday? No, Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. I
Nice. That
don't even
was
know
yesterday.
days were gone. I'm so sorry. I'm in the La La Land. Um, yeah, so I had that appointment. It was the first one, which is
Hmm.
pretty nuts considering I'm 4 months.
Yes.
Um, and then yeah, we just talked about some stuff. I told her about my cholestasis in the
Hmm.
past and said, okay, there's probably a good chance that you'll get it again. So
Oh
let's
no.
closely monitor that and whatever. I was like,
You had it with
okay.
Elsa and Anna, right?
Yes. So
Okay.
with Elsa, I had it starting in the second trimester. With
Hmm.
Honor, it was the third. Like it was like right near that week that I usually go in birth. 30, 37. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I got the test done and the test takes like at least a week, I think they say, to
Hmm.
come back. So like as soon as people out there, listeners, I
Yeah.
have to stop calling them people. Um, listen, if you feel like you're really, really itchy, like beyond the point of normal itching, because there's like dry skin itching, and
Hmm.
then there's the way I describe it is wake up at 2 or 3 a.m. and scratch and scratch and scratch and scratch and scratch and then go back to sleep. Like that's how that's how itchy, that's how cholestasis is.
Yeah.
Sometimes on your hands and feet. Mostly for me, it was on my belly. Um,
Hmm. Which
and
is
the
strange because everyone has itching on their belly because it's stretching.
yes.
Yeah. So I'm
Yes.
surprised that you caught on to it. Like,
Yes, which is crazy, right? Because
yeah.
exactly what you said, a lot of people go through that. So you'd think, oh, like, what's the difference between this scratching and like someone else scratching? But
Hmm.
you're absolutely right, because I put cream every night and I was still scratching. And again, the thing that really got me was waking up in the middle of the night to
Yeah.
scratch. Like that's how severe it was. So,
Wow.
yeah. So, yeah, if you feel those symptoms, please, please, please tell your doctor right away so that
Hmm.
they can get that test done. Because that test does take a while to come in. And if you're close to, let's say 36, 37 weeks, you should probably, you know, be closely monitored because what it is it's basically like kind of like uh problems with your liver functioning, which affects the baby. So if you wait a little bit too long, then the baby's going to have a lot of trouble with their liver
Uh-oh.
and the bile production. Yeah, like
Mm.
it is some pretty serious stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But you can catch it early, and when you catch it early, it's fine, right? Like they give you the medication that you
absolutely.
need, and
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately for the itching, I was just told like Benadryl or
hmm.
something. They can't do too much about the itching. That's the like negative part, but at
Oh.
least like they can, just keep track of your health and make sure everything is going okay.
And
But
what
yeah,
were did you have any like remedies that you had that helped you?
mm, I used Aveeno a
Hmm.
lot. It
That's
was a
good.
really good cream that like it for the most part always worked for me, knock
Hmm.
on wood.
Yeah.
So it was like, extra strength, like really good heavy duty stuff. So it
Yeah.
would kind of help subside. I tried calamine lotion a few times.
Hmm.
That worked temporarily, and then it was like, eh. Aloe vera was okay. Shea butter was
Hmm.
not too bad. There was
Really?
one that I tried. Yeah, it was okay. There was one I tried. It was like a special pregnancy one, like a
Hmm.
special pregnancy cream for extra extra dry skin.
Yeah.
I didn't like that one too much because it was too sticky, so it just got all over
Oh no.
everything. Yeah. Oh, I tried. This is gonna sound weird, but I tried everything. Okay, guys, but I tried nipple cream once.
Oh
And that
wow.
was okay. Yeah, because like it's basically Vaseline, right? So
Yeah, yeah, and it wasn't sticky, like thick and sticky. I don't know.
it was very sticky. I
Yeah.
regret it right away.
Okay,
But
I was gonna say the one I used, it was it was uncomfortable at some points.
yes, yeah, like it's soothing, but then it's like
Mhm. Yeah,
everywhere.
like
But
all over my bra. Like what's going on?
yeah, that's when the um what are they called? The nursing pads come in.
Yeah.
It, then it absorbs that,
I
and you're
know.
like, okay, good. But yeah, yeah, definitely don't play around. Do get that test if you feel like you really, really have it.
I think that goes for everything. It's like when in doubt,
Mhm.
if you feel like something's not right, always say something
That is so true. That is so, so, so true. And that's
because
what we talked about in our like New Year
hmm.
episode too, right? Where
Yeah.
it's like sometimes you do just have to speak up.
Hmm. It's true.
Yeah.
It's a mother's instinct. You know when something's not right, and you should always say
Mm-hmm.
something.
Mm-hmm.
Follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and feel free to tag us at hashtag Coffee and Bottles Podcast. Thank you for listening to Coffee and Bottles. Keep sipping on.